Hey, climbing partners. That sounds kind of country. Howdy, climbing partners. There's a snake in my boot. Well, hey, climbing partners. Welcome back to YouTube's favorite underground climbing channel. I'm your host, Joshua Perry. And we have a fan favorite episode today, Climbing Fails, Respecting the Edge. Let's just hop right into it, shall we? Okay, to start off our journey, we're going to learn from the humble walrus. Let's begin. Here we have some walruses not respecting the edge at all. Hanging out near the edge. Look at how many walruses at this crag. Man, that's a ton of walrus. Oh boy, that's a lot of walrus. And look how many are just hanging out next to the edge. There's people even taking photos of them. Man, this one's hanging out pretty close with his buddies. Maybe passing each other some beer. This lady's pretty interested. That is really close to that edge. Man. This guy is trying to sneak a peek of a walrus, but oh no! What do you know? Next thing you know, if you don't respect the edge, you're a walrus. Just tumbling down the hill. What a shame. Respect the edge, Mr. Walrus. Respect the edge. Next, we have another animal, another wonder of nature. A goose of some sort. He doesn't look like he's respecting the edge very much. Oh no. Ah! He went for... What? Look at the technique. Now, if you don't respect the edge, you're going to find yourself becoming a goose just like this. And if you do fall off, take note. Arms out, legs out, flying down. I give that a 10 out of 10 style for gliding. You want to be able to glide. When you're falling, try to glide as far away from the cliff. Because the more you hit the cliff... Oh, see? Perfect example. See how he hit the cliff there and now he's just tumbling? You don't want to hit the cliff at all. Make sure you jump and glide as far away as possible. Make sure that you take good note of this goose. Because this goose looks like he doesn't weigh much, which means that his impact on the rock isn't as bad. So if you're going to hang out next to the edge, make sure you weigh as much as a goose. Check it out. Check it out. A goose is perfectly fine. So the key is weigh nothing. Up next is our last example, the goat. Now, as you see these goats, they have specialized feet for hanging onto the rock. And they like to hang on to next to the edge. Wait a second. That's not a goat. That's a climber. He has his rope next to him. What could have happened? Oh, we're going to have to analyze this a little further. There he is. Now, at least he didn't fall all the way down. He at least didn't fall another 20 feet. So, I mean, there's a silver lining, right? Let's rewind this a little bit and see if we could catch where this guy went wrong. So we have some animals running around. Here he is, right there. He's at the top. Let's pause that. Boom. He's at the top. No harness on anymore. Pulling up his rope. This is what you don't want to be doing. Respect the edge. If you're next to the edge, you should be tied in. Okay, he's on slippery grass, and that was his downfall, to be quite literal. His downfall was he wasn't tied in next to the edge. When you're next to an edge, respect it. Okay, or else you're going to be going for a trip. A long trip, and you probably won't see anybody till next fall. Okay, now here's a mountain biker. Let's see how he respects the edge. He's riding right for it. Oh.
Hold up. Hooked in? Yeah.
Obviously that mountain biker didn't respect that edge very much, but he narrowly escaped. Lucky. Let's see this guy. Oh boy, oh boy. Didn't respect the edge at all. Jumped right over the edge. See, if you make a nice little jump, you might not land correctly, and you might just be rolling right off the edge. Respect the edge.
Are you okay? You land on your back?
Yeah.
Ah,
You hurt your arm?
I'm alright.
You sure?
he's okay. Good. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get married next to the edge. Let's see what happens.
Share our dreams in the morning and to write you more letters. To yacht more. No!
See, it's sometimes a little thing might just cause you to be off balance. So maybe a gust of wind, a chuckle, or maybe your knees just get weak and buckle. So, but anyway, yeah, you don't want to be hanging out next to the edge. Didn't respect the edge. Another one, hanging out next to the edge. Looks like he's gonna make a jump for it. Oh, a rolled ankle, and his buddy comes in for the save. Now, what would happen if he rolled the other way? If his ankle twisted the other way? It wouldn't be such the same outcome as that. That would have been rolling right off the edge there. Maybe he might have even took his friend with him. Respect the edge. Here is, in my opinion, the greatest offenders of not respecting the edge. Parkour guys. Let's watch. These guys live on the edge, man. Whoopsie! What happened? Looks like we didn't respect the edge at all, did we? Nope, we didn't. Luckily, this guy is actually caught on some wires. What are the chances of that? I think this has had to be a staged one. Just because before he did it, you're telling me he didn't know those wires were there? I mean, if I was gonna make a viral YouTube video, it would have been that. But what I would have done is I would have tied a rope around my waist so the camera didn't see it, and then I would jump across, and then I would make it look like I fell off, and then I would cut it right there. Guy falls off edge. Man, if I just made YouTube videos, boy, if only I did YouTube videos. Okay, so to be honest with you, I was able to deal with all those. This next clip, this one got me.
Hinton poses for a picture with her cousins until one little slip sends her tumbling. Just feet from going over a sheer 150-foot drop to the rocks below, Elena grabs onto the grass and weeds. Her cousin jumps the fence and pulls her to...
Man, so you think you're safe because there's an edge there, but it's protected by a fence. But there's no mid-rails. OSHA requires mid-rails, a rail in the middle. So that's not even a mid-rail. So that's not even OSHA approved. There should be mid-rails there to prevent things like that from happening. But, man, you don't want to be hanging next to an edge. You don't want your kids hanging next to edges. Stay tied in, people. You don't want to build your house on an edge. No, literally, you don't want to build your house on an edge. Like this guy.
It is an unexpected sight as you cruise the waters of Lake Whitney.
It's just ridiculous putting it that close to the water.
A nearly $1 million home.
It's just ridiculous building your house that close to the cliff. Well, boys, what did we learn today? Respect the edge. Next time you're next to an edge, make sure you're tied in. If you're coming in with 6 feet of an edge, you should be tied in before you get within 6 feet. A ton of things could happen that you have no idea. You could trip, you could sneeze, anything, and then you're going off an edge. An edge is a serious hazard. Stay tied in, boys. Am I an offender of this? Sure. I try to crawl on my belly to look over edges and things because I have a deep respect for edges. I try to stay tied in, and now that I make YouTube videos, and the more popular my YouTube videos get, if I film myself next to an edge, I deserve some like backlash because now the more people that are subscribed to me, I'm becoming more of like a what's the word? Almost like a role model or something. So I find myself wearing helmets a lot more often, especially now that I'm a dad. My kids need to see me wearing a helmet more often. I try to tie it in. And a lot of people, it's like, oh, you know, why are you being so scared? Were you scared? You know, it's not about being scared. It's about having respect. Respect the edge. Okay, what do you guys think about this one? A little bit too much? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And maybe I'll keep doing climbing fail videos. I think this was an important one. A lot of people just don't respect the edge. I think I would like, you know what, let's look this fact up right here. About 226 million cases of significant accidental falls occurred in 2015. Wow. 500,000 deaths. That's in 2015. People, don't become a statistic. Stay tied in next to the edge, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more. Touch with Perry, climbing out of this one. Later. Oh guys, I almost forgot one more thing. So I made an Amazon storefront. So what this is when you guys ask me, what's this, what's that, instead of me finding it on Google, then putting a link in there and then sending it off to some weird site, I'm trying to get it all onto this storefront. So when you see something I use in a video or you got some questions, you could go in there, you could click on it, and I might have it on this storefront here. So I got my camera gear on there, I got climbing gear on there, I got the DIY projects on there. So you could go check that out. And there's even a like button on here. I don't know what that does, but at least lets me know that you were there. Let me know if I should add some products to this. Let me know what you think about it. And I'll keep it up to date. I'll try to keep it up to date as much as I can. I'll be putting it on the description of all my videos. So go check that out, and it supports the channel. So see you guys next week. Have a good week.